Hello, procrastinators! Vive Pro 2, Vive Pro 2, Vive Pro 2. My favourite VR headset is getting a sequel, and stats nerds, brace your underpant elastic. The 120Hz, 120 degree field of view headsets boast a resolution of 2448 by 2448 pixels per eye. That's 5K, baby, and it's not cheap. At £719 for just the headset. The good news is it uses the current Vive base stations and controllers, so if you're already set up, you don't have to buy any of that shit. And if you're not set up, well, expect to spend around £1,300. But on the cheaper side of VR, PlayStation have been slowly dripping details about the Next Psvr. We've already seen the controllers, and I love them. Not just because of how comfy they look, not just because they haven't got a massive fucking glowing orb glued to the top of them, but they're quite clearly the old Sony Ericsson logo. Remember that little green and silver bubble on the bottom of flip phones? I miss that little git, even if it did look like something you had to put in a dishwasher. In where the fuck did this come from news, this week a fucking Stargate SG-1 game got announced. Stargate Timekeepers is a strategy game which starts during the Battle of Antarctica from Series 7, and who really cares beyond that point because it's Stargate, one of the best TV franchises ever made. I'm just in. Stargate games are so timid and prone to sudden death that I'll just show endless support from right fucking now so I don't scare it off. Seriously though, the movie got 2 tie-in games, a standard run-and-gun shooter on the Mega Drive, and a weird Match 3 puzzler for the Game Boy, and that was 2 more games more than the TV show ever got. Sure, there was Stargate SG-1 The Alliance, which was a really good-looking PS2 game, but that was cancelled. Then Stargate Worlds, an MMORPG, that was cancelled. Then Stargate Resistance was a third-person shooter, and that got released for a little while. I think about a year, maybe less, before servers were killed. Then Stargate SG-1 Unleashed, an iOS-exclusive game that was awful, episodic, and was cancelled after just 2 episodes. See, how hard can it be to make a Stargate game? Just give me a run-and-gun shooter like Voyager Elite Force, XCOM-style tactical game. Even a base-building game about building a new command post, sending you guys off through the gate to get new tech, meet aliens. Seriously, I don't think there's a genre that doesn't work for this series. At this point, I'd take an Asgardian dating sim, for fuck's sake. And yeah. I've heard the rumours. I've heard the whispers. More televised Stargate might be on the horizon. If this is the case, I have 2 major requests. Number 1, keep the continuity going. Don't reboot. The genius part of the show was Earth's ever-evolving tactical and galaxy-wide political prowess as we explored the cosmos. Keep it going. Build on what you have. Number 2, make it about a small team of folks in a secret base going on adventures, fighting alien royalty. That's it. Just do that. Don't make it about a bunch of miserable gits whinging and fighting on board a spaceship. Stargate is special. It's got a lot of heart, a lot of cool sci-fi, and a lot of getting put in alien jail about the halfway mark. It is not, and I repeat not, a Battlestar Galactica knockoff. That's all I have to say on that. Thank you for coming to my Malp talk. Some big game reveals this week. First up was Calculator, a calculator for the Nintendo Switch. Guess how much it costs? Did you say £8.09p? Specific guess, but you'd be right. £8.09p for a calculating Switch. Fucking hilarious. The other is a genuinely interesting and fun reveal. The classic game Zombies Ate My Neighbours is getting an official port to Switch, PC, PlayStation, Xbox. Also its sequel, a game I didn't even know was a sequel to it, Ghoul Patrol. It's going to cost £11 for the 2 of them, which is like, a calculator and a bit. But it's got extra bits, interviews, bonus content, but most importantly, quick saves. So I might be able to beat that absolute prick of a final boss for the first time. At least, semi-legitimately. And finally this week, I want to give a shout out to Mike Watson, best known as Idle Ninja and best known for his Saints Row 2 mod Gentlemen of the Row. A mod that, makes the game just work. Saints Row 2 on PC was ported by people who quite clearly hate people who play video games. In fact, who did the port job on that? It was, let me just check, CD Projekt.
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, That makes sense. Anyway, Saints Row's dad, Volition, noticed his incredible work and went and hired the lovely bastard quite a few years back, handed him the original Saints Row 2 files, and he and a couple of other of their employees are currently building a new version of Saints Row 2 for PC. That's right, when it's done, Saints Row 2 is getting a lovely patch that will not only make the game actually fucking work, but will add a whole bunch of new content and community fixes. Finally, 13 years after its launch, Saints Row 2's PC version will leave early access. Basically, because of one man. One man who, in his most recent community post, announced that he's stepping down from the role permanently thanks to cancer. That absolute cunt. So, Notebook's out, here's your homework. If you've ever used the Gentleman of the Row mod, or even enjoyed my complete series, which fucking had to use it, send the guy some kind words. If you can, play the game, celebrate his work. People like Mike are the best kind of people. The fans who make their communities better. The sort of people who keep old servers alive, build complicated total conversion mods, or even one-to-one scale models of the Starship Enterprise in VR. The modders, the fixers, the emulators. Gaming wouldn't be half as good without them. A toast to these creators and their wonderful creations. We don't say it often enough, but thank you for your dedication, sincerely. Right, that's all from me. I'm off to streak through a secret underground base. And then I'll play Saints Row 2! It's not cheap. At £719 for just the headset. The good news is that it uses all the current Babe Stations. It doesn't use Babe Station. Now, I've tried the Vive Pro with Babe Station. Does not work. There's probably other ways to get 3D boobies.